play with people intelligence the way they play with people intelligence and intellect. You know, the way they do today. You know, people are telling lies for a living. You know what I mean?
You know what's the to me? There's a who pick who he be fight with.
Right.
Like if you see it and you go, I'm not going because this nigga. I think I can take him. Right.
Tony Yayo just showed up to talk about JPrince. And what he shared might be one of the craziest extortion stories in hip-hop. Here's what happened. JPrince supposedly tried to use his usual check-in or else tactic on 50 Cent. But 50 wasn't having it. Instead of backing down, he called out the whole setup and basically said, "Come get me if you want." That turned a quiet beef into a full-blown war between a Houston street boss and a battle-ready rapper. And this drama, it had been building up for years before finally exploding. To really get it, we need to go back to the beginning.
You know what's to me? There's a nigga who pick who he be fight with.
Right.
Like if you see it and you go, I'm not going because this nigga. I think I can take him.
Right.
You want to fight the nigga you think you can.
Prince OG, the founder of Rap-A-Lot Records, isn't just another guy in the rap world. He's a blueprint for running things from the streets. Houston is his home turf, and he moves in silence. You don't see it coming, but when he makes a move, it shakes the whole scene. He doesn't have to yell. Just hearing his name in hometown means business. When Prince talks, people pay attention. And if you were a rapper coming into the city without checking in with him, you were taking a big risk with your jewelry or even your safety. That's how much control JPrince had. But then came 50 Cent. Someone totally different. He wasn't about following street rules or showing respect to so-called bosses. From the start, 50 moved like a one-man army. No checking in, no asking for protection. Just pure confidence and a tight crew that worked like a unit. He went head-to-head with Ja Rule, Irv Gotti, and the whole Murder Incorporated crew. That's how 50 made his name. Want me to turn this into a video script too?
Like I got out there, they showed me a lot of love. But Shreveport had the infrastructure already here. Like even the tax incentive was put back.
Well, yeah. And so a lot of people have been talking about, man, he's here only because they gave him a cheap deal or something like that. The reality is there's more to that deal than that. Way more.
They can't see.
Break that down.
I'm spending $20 million this year anyway in the same building that they're saying was the cheap building.
Right.
So find somebody else to spend $20 million.
From the very beginning, he was known for never backing down. GUnit wasn't just a music label. It was like a military-style movement. No checking in with anyone, no kissing up, and definitely no paying for protection. That attitude sent a clear message. He wasn't here to follow anyone else's rules. So when people started talking about 50 Cent possibly moving to Houston, the streets knew it wasn't just about changing cities. It was about making a statement. Because if 50 showed up in Houston without showing respect to JPrince, it wouldn't just be seen as disrespect. It would be a direct challenge to power. And believe it or not, that's exactly what happened.
Came to the city of Houston, but he didn't just come here to live. He has been helping out on so many causes in this city. And especially, he has been in our high schools, turning our high school students into entrepreneurs with his GUnit program. I've seen him firsthand. This city has been elevated because of his presence. And so today we have the honor of saying to him, he's our 2022 Grand Marshal. Give it up to Curtis 50 Jackson. Now before I call on him to speak, let me present you first a key to the city of Houston. Anywhere you go, 550 buildings, use the key, the door will swing wide open.
At first, it was like a silent standoff. 50 Cent was in New York doing what he does best. Trolling like a pro, playing mind games like a chess master. Meanwhile, JPrince was quietly running Houston, like its behind-the-scenes boss. They threw subtle shots at each other from a distance, but never got in each other's way, until 50 suddenly dropped a bomb on Twitter. I love New York, but I live in Houston now. I'll explain later. Just like that, everything changed. And no, this wasn't for clout. 50 had real business reasons. New York taxes were eating into his money, so moving to Houston was a smart move. Bigger space, lower taxes, and a booming hip-hop scene. Plus, his liquor brand, Branson Cognac, needed that southern exposure, and Houston's alcohol market was hot. 50 wasn't just moving, he was investing, building, and planning to grow his empire from the inside out. But that's where the problem started. He didn't check in with JPrince, and word is JPrince took that personally. To him, it looked like 50 was making a power move. Tried takeover without showing respect. And in the streets, that's seen as a big sign of disrespect. Rumors started flying that JPrince sent people to put pressure on 50 to get him to pay a sort of street tax for protection in Houston. But 50 shut that down fast. He told his crew straight up, GUnit has its own muscle. We don't pay to be safe. He wasn't going to let anyone treat him like an outsider in a game he helped shape. And that's when things really started to heat up.
Got heated.
Maybe we need to change the word for the youngster. The checking in part, is they seem to get hung up on that word checking in.
Yeah.
So if we could diversify that word and bring it up to a 2021 thing.
Right. What's the word, OG? What's the word?
Maybe we may want to tell them they need to get.
Allegedly, JPrince responded by declaring a no-fly zone for 50 Cent, a warning that he wasn't welcome in Houston. Normally, that kind of move scares off smaller names, but this was 50 Cent. Instead of backing down, he turned up the heat on Instagram, treating it like his personal battleground. He dropped memes, clever captions, and subtle shots that hit hard. It looked less like beef and more like a promo for a reality show. He made it clear he wasn't coming to Houston to kneel. He was coming to build. And while all the noise was going on, he was quietly making major moves, laying the foundation for a $20 million GUnit film and TV studio right in the middle of Houston.
Stuck on stupid, right?
Yeah.
You're stuck on stupid, and you're not using your powers or access to powers that you have. You're looking at it as a negative versus a positive. We all know if you can tap into good people wherever you go.
Wherever.
You know what I mean? It's a blessing, really.
This move could have changed everything. Jobs, internships, and a whole new buzz for Houston's entertainment scene. But just like that, the entire $20 million project was pulled and moved to Shreveport, Louisiana. Officially, 50 Cent said it was because of better infrastructure. But let's be real. If you were paying attention, you know the truth. The street politics in Houston were getting too messy, and 50 wasn't about to get caught up in it. He made a smart move, left quietly, and kept building his empire. But here's the crazy part. Even though JPrince may have tried to push him out, the city didn't turn on 50. In fact, they supported him even more.
Don't turn me down.
What you said?
Don't turn me down. Sean, folks.
Don't turn you down.
Yeah, man. What you on, folks?
What you mean what I'm on?
What you on, man? What the deal? What up?
What up? You want to buy your shit back? What?
You ain't get you flunked out ass little nigga. I'm trying to see where you at. You dumb mother. What you got? $20 out of cup?
Nah, nigga. You know what we got? Nigga, stop that cap.
Man, crazy as a motherfucker.
Nigga, capping, bro. They gonna believe anything you
want me to start my car? I just took a picture in the same car today with my lip boy. You only like.
In 2022, just 1 year after 50 Cent moved to Houston, everything changed. The mayor of Houston, Sylvester Turner, welcomed him in a big way, even giving 50 a key to the city. They also made November 24th, 50 Cent Day, during the Thanksgiving Day parade. It wasn't just about him being a rapper. The mayor called him philanthropist and entrepreneur, someone who actually helps young people through his GUnit program. 50 was helping high school students level up, and the crowd loved it. But that's not all. Through his GUnit Foundation, 50 started giving back in a big way. He ran turkey drives, gave out toys, and donated to schools. He didn't just move to Houston. He took over the whole city. He also partnered with the Houston Rockets, Texans, and Astros through his Sire Spirits brand. And in 2023, he gave away $850,000 worth of toys to the community, No big promotions, just real love.
Oh, you know what I mean? Because the little homie YoungBoy place got broke into. People went in his place, disrespected different things, and I got a call about it. And the little homies that went into this place want to make that right because they understand that, you know what I mean, YoungBoy family is okay with me. And as you can see, homie, to make a long story short, I got your keys to your Rolls Royce. I got your keys to your McLaren. You know, all that shit that they took. And the homie, Shakur, what you got, homie?
We got your Rolls Royce umbrellas. We got your keys. Got a bunch of other shit. So.
Then in 2024, 50 Cent helped raise $500,000 for the Houston Children's Charity just by auctioning 2 giant bottles of his luxury champagne, Le Chemin du Roi. The whole event brought in a massive $6 million. While 50 was out here winning and giving back like a hometown hero, JPrince was reportedly watching from the sidelines, like a king who had lost his crown. He used to be the quiet power in Houston, but now he had to watch someone else getting all the attention, with cameras flashing and the mayor giving out keys. Then Tony Yayo, the loudest voice in GUnit, came on Vlad TV and finally explained why GUnit never played the check-in game. He kept it real. GUnit was always about a tight crew, moving smart and avoiding street politics. As for the check-in system, Yayo didn't hold back. He said it straight. It's just a sneaky way to line up rappers for extortion. You check in, you pay up, or you take the risk and maybe get robbed.
Hey, I don't want no friends. I don't want no new relationships. All that. Hey, I don't respect none of that shit, man. If you got something for me, man, they got plenty around me you could call. Man, nigga, it's plenty ways you can get in touch with me. Man, don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly. Don't do nothing dealing with no publicity, none of that pussy and shit. And I'm good on the keys, gangster. When you buy shit cash, two keys come with the car anyway. Man,
JPrince built his whole image around protecting artists when they came to Houston. He called himself the king of the city and pushed this idea of checking in, a tradition that sounded friendly on the surface. But if you look closer, it wasn't protection, it was pressure. It was like a street-level hustle, made to look like Southern hospitality. The unspoken rule? If you're an artist landing in Houston, you had to check in with JPrince, show respect, which really meant pay. They claimed would keep you safe, maybe even help get your chain back if it got stolen. But let's be honest, if you didn't check in, that's when trouble usually started. Tony Yayo didn't hold back. He brought up Pop Smoke's death as an example, showing what happens when artists trust the streets for protection instead of using real security. He kept it blunt. This whole protection system comes with strings attached, and when things really go wrong, nobody shows up to help. He warned that these rap alliances aren't just risky. They can lead straight to federal trouble. We're not in the 90s anymore. Talking mob ties, setups, and extortion? That's how people end up with RICO charges. Yayo said it straight. GUnit never played that game. No check-ins. No handouts. No street favors. They move like soldiers. Tight circle, self-protection, and zero trust for street deals. Because it's better to stand on your own than to owe favors to someone playing a quiet power game. This is where things started getting dark.
You're dealing with older people. They're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little niggas. Like the way you talking, I don't get what you mean. We're not your little niggas. Like for real, all that big homie stuff, that's for little niggas have big homies. We're not little niggas, so we don't even respect big homies. I know Killer doesn't, and for me, I never respected niggas in the streets. That's why I always got the problems.
NBA YoungBoy came to Houston for business, but he didn't check in, and right on cue, chaos followed. His place got hit. Chain stolen, cash gone, car keys missing. It felt like a setup. Then out of nowhere, JPrince shows up on Instagram acting like the hero. Say he got all the stolen stuff back. But instead of handling it quietly like a real OG would, he recorded a video and posted online. YoungBoy didn't stay quiet. He clapped back fast, calling JPrince a 60-year-old clout chaser. He said if it was really about helping, JPrince would have called, not try to go viral. Others jumped in too, like Cameron and Mano. They called JPrince out, asking why he's still trying to act like a kingpin when his time has clearly passed. They said a real OG lifts people up. They don't use fear or pressure. And if you're still running street games in your 60s, you didn't succeed. You failed. And that leads us straight to the dice games.
Should have happened. What do you say to that?
What I would say to that is, you know, I have a track record, man, and the Prince family have a track record of 30 plus years of, you know what I mean, honoring and loving on our guests and being with our guests, and no shit like this never happened. But here's the thing, and this is what people don't understand. We ain't never had nobody to attack us. You know, if you know what I mean. You know, when a man attack a situation with a weapon, then, you know, it become a playing field where, you know, any and everything.
JPrince's second favorite hustle, right behind intimidation, is allegedly the high-stakes dice games in Houston. These games aren't just about big money. They've got a dark reputation. For years, there have been whispers that these games are rigged, set up to trap rappers, not entertain them. And the saddest example? Takeoff. We all remember that tragic night. A dice game got out of control, shots were fired, and one of hip-hop's most loved voices was gone. Just like that. But behind the headlines, there are street rumors, and not just from trolls. Word is, JPrince was upset that Takeoff and Quavo didn't check in properly when they arrived in Houston. Allegedly, he gave the green light to teach them a lesson. It wasn't meant to be deadly, just a scare tactic, but it turned into a nightmare. Takeoff lost his life. And when the questions started coming, JPrince acted like a pro at dodging blame, always changing the subject, mumbling, or deflecting. At one point, he even slipped up and seemed to admit to destroying evidence. That's not just shady, that's serious. And don't forget Duke the Jeweler. He hit a dice game, won $100,000, probably thinking it was his lucky night. But before he could make it to his car, he was robbed and killed. Another talented black man taken. Not over beef, but over rigged games and a toxic street code that's been hurting the culture for too long. Now line that up with what 50 Cent's doing. While one man builds fear, the other builds community. 50's opening centers, feeding families, giving scholarships, and creating real legacy. Meanwhile, JPrince is still holding on to outdated street power like it's 1995. And here's the twist. 50's not just trolling anymore. Word is he's collecting receipts, gathering real evidence. And from what people are saying in the streets, something big might be coming.
And Mike and Junior was walking by. He actually went in the restroom to wash blood off his hand where he had reached up on the Takeoff. He had to pick him up, and his fingers went in it. You know why? Blood. Why?
50 Cent has been making quiet moves behind the scenes, talking to people, gathering proof, and stacking receipts. Word is he's building a case that the whole check-in system might actually be a hidden extortion setup. And if the feds catch wind of that, it's over. Game finished. This isn't just about social media drama anymore. 50 doesn't play games. He plays chess. He's known for turning jokes into real power moves. And right now, he might be sitting on the kind of evidence that could shut this whole operation down. All it could take is one post, one leak, or one anonymous tip. And JPrince's run might be done for good. Because while JPrince was holding on to old school street rep, like it's still 1999, 50 was out here building something real. He didn't just move to Houston, he took over. While one man allegedly tried to scare artists away, 50 got honored by the mayor, gave out scholarships, ran charity events, and started programs that actually helped the people. So now the big question is, who really runs Houston? The street boss hiding in the shadows, or the man with the key to the city and the love of the people? Let us know in the comments. Did 50 take things too far? Or is he the hero hip-hop didn't know it needed? Smash that like button, hit subscribe, share this with your crew, and tell us your thoughts below. And don't miss what's coming next. Because trust us, it's about to get even messier. See you in the next video. Movie camera fire.